How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What's going on, and welcome into 14P Fantasy. I am your host, Justin Wright. Today we are talking 5 moves to make. Oh, there you go. 5 moves to make in Week 12. A little bit of a switch up from the previous weeks we've been doing this type of video. Obviously, with trade deadlines having passed in the majority of leagues, we're no longer saying go trade for player X, player Y. It's now going to be cuts, starts, sits, and guys to add off of waivers. So just a bit of a switch up for the rest of the season, obviously, as things change. Before we get into it, though, we still have a jersey giveaway. If you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, this is your chance to win a DeAndre Swift signed jersey or a Lamar Jackson signed jersey. All you got to do is, like we said, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can subscribe today. You can get entered. And then send a screenshot to 14P_fantasy. Also, if you don't have social media, we've gotten a lot of questions about that. We have access to who is subscribed to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and just comment and say, hey, I subscribed. I want to be entered. We will take care of it. Again, we got access to it, so we know if it's true or not. Easy way to enter, easy way to win one of 2 jerseys. Winner will be announced 11/29, the Monday after Thanksgiving. All right, let's get into it. Number 1 on the list here, go add Cedrick Wilson. He's available right now, before waivers run, in 92% of leagues. CeeDee Lamb is potentially going to miss this week, and Amari Cooper is already out with COVID. Again, he was unvaccinated, so he's not available this week. We already know that. So that means at a minimum, he's working as the number 3, potentially as high as the number 2 in a high-powered offense. That's what you're looking for off of waivers this late in the season, to be able to pick up a guy like Cedrick Wilson that you can reasonably expect to do well, at least perform as a flex play. There's value in that. And, maybe CeeDee Lamb continues to miss more time. Concussions are weird. We don't really know what's going on there. So Cedrick Wilson, he has a role, especially this week if you're looking for a win. Again, maybe not a long-term solution, depends on the other players, but this week at least, he is a flex, potentially a wide receiver 2 in this high-powered Dallas offense. Moving on, we got a carryover from last week. Mike Davis. I have spent the entire season and offseason saying, don't draft Mike Davis, cut Mike Davis, get rid of Mike Davis. I'm going to say it again here. Cut Mike Davis. Cordell Patterson was out. That was the potential saving grace. He was beat out by Quadri Allison. Mike Davis is just a bad running back in a bad offense, in a bad scheme right now, behind a bad offensive line. He's still being held in 60-something% of leagues, over 90% of leagues in dynasty leagues. Cut him in both. Who cares? At this point, some other team may give him a shot next season, but doesn't matter. He's not a good running back. Cut Mike Davis. It doesn't matter. Moving on. Number 3, we got Miles Sanders. Start Miles Sanders against the New York Giants. It's just a good idea, to be perfectly honest. The Giants have been a top 5 matchup for running backs the last month of the season. Miles Sanders is coming off of his second highest touch total on the year, off of injury, played less than 50% of snaps. That workload's going to increase. Maybe he doesn't get to 25 touches, but 20 touches is realistic. A target or 2 can be thrown in there, and his snap share should increase. He had 16 touches on under 50% of snaps. The Eagles have become a extremely run-heavy offense, since Miles Sanders has been hurt, and they carried it through, which is great. That's what you want to see for Sanders. That was the problem. The talent's there. Now the volume's going to come. He is capable of breaking off, multiple long touchdowns a game. He's a top 24 running back, potentially top 20. Start Miles Sanders. Moving on, number 4 here, we have Kirk Cousins. And against the San Francisco 49ers, it doesn't feel like an ideal matchup. But honestly, Kirk Cousins, and I have made fun of Kirk Cousins all season, I'm trying to pick my spots, when to start, when to sit him. The reality is he has been a good start the majority of the season. Right now, there are only 3 quarterbacks that have been a QB1 more than 6 times this year. 1, Jalen Hurts has done it the most out of anybody. It's not even close. 2, Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady. They are next on the list. Kirk Cousins has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the NFL. I think against the 49ers, I'm going to roll with him. This late in the season, I'm looking for consistency if I'm streaming quarterbacks, and that's what Kirk Cousins is. So I'm going to roll with Kirk Cousins against the San Francisco 49ers, especially coming off of a phenomenal game against the Green Bay Packers. And lastly here, I'm going to bench OBJ again. Again, I was benching him last week, wanted no part of it, and it was obvious, they wanted to get him involved early. They did, part of the scripted plays. But after that, he just really wasn't seen. They were running 2-minute hurry-up offense, red zone offense, and OBJ wasn't in there because he just doesn't know the offense. It's not a talent thing. It's a chemistry and just knowledge of the Rams offense type of deal. He needs to be on the field to produce, and I don't know if 1.5 weeks is enough, or 1 week, whatever the hell it is enough to say, yeah, he's out there every single snap. It's not going to happen. I need to see him play a full complement of snaps before I trust OBJ, because it's not like he was setting the world on fire before he came to the Rams. I don't even know how much is left in the tank there. It's weird. It's OBJ. Sit him down and just, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's one I'll live with. I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's make a stand somewhere, and this is the one I'll take. I'm benching him until he does something. So I will miss his breakout game when he has it. It just is what it is. All right, guys. That is all I have for you. As always, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment below, send us a screenshot over on Twitter so we know you've entered into the giveaway. Drop questions, comments, whatever else you have. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.